Good morning. Hope everyone had a lovely weekend. Ready for our final week in lockdown before we come back to school next week. Anyway, I want to tell you a story this morning. I met an angel. Not one of those things with wings that we might read in a Torah class or in learning about religion. But to be fair, all religions do talk about angels, some sort of spiritual being that communicates between God and people down here. But I met an angel. Let me tell you where I met this angel and why I think this person was very much an angel. You see, a few weeks ago, I took a loved one to get a COVID vaccine and walked into the centre, and we were met by a young chap in army uniform who was directing people to where they had to go and just explaining the route in to the place where the vaccinations were going to be given. I'm waiting for the turn to arrive, and we sat down in front of an angel. And we asked her, why did you know, are you volunteering? Is this a job you've got? Because no, I volunteered. And this is why I think she's an angel. Because she said to us, the first time I came, I left after a few hours. I did 6-7 hours and I went home. And I felt so guilty for not doing more, for not volunteering, for not getting involved, for not giving of my time to help people get their vaccine. Her job, to be fair, was to process all the information, make sure all the forms were filled in. Then she signaled to a nurse, and the nurse came along and gave the injection. And so she told me, you know what, the following week, I volunteered for longer, and that's what I've been doing for many, many months now. And she worked 12-hour shifts. She wasn't getting paid, she wasn't doing it for promotion, she wasn't doing it for any benefit other than she wanted to help. I said, well, you're an angel. That's not human. Don't humans do things because there's something in it for us? We get involved so we can win a prize. We do well because we want to get ahead in society. It's not often that we encounter people who are doing something just because they feel a genuine need and a desire to want to make a difference. So I said, I'm going to talk to you in my assembly. I'm going to tell the story because I think you're an angel. You're not really a person. Lesson number 1 this morning. Lesson number 2. I mentioned she was an angel because she gave of her time. Time is something that is very, very precious. The wisest of all men, King Solomon, in the book of Kohelet, Ecclesiastes, in an English translation, well, really Latin translation, in that famous chapter 3, sets up these moments in time. There's a time to plant and there's a time to uproot. There's a time to make a lot of noise and there's a time to be silent. There's a time for peace, but sometimes there's a time for war. There's a time to cry and there's a time to laugh and there's a time to be still and there's a time to dance and there's a time. Time is something that we need to learn to appreciate. And perhaps the best appreciation we can have of time is to use it in a way that doesn't only benefit us but benefits other people. So this week I want you to think about acting because it's the right thing to do. Be an angel. You don't need to grow a pair of wings and fly around the world in some sort of spiritual place. You can be an angel amongst men. The Torah's got a message for us. It says, Anshe Kodesh Tihiyun Li. Be holy people. The Torah never asks from us to act in a way that's not human. It wants us to be fully human, but it wants us to be holy human beings. If angels are holy beings, then we can all be holy human beings. How do we do so? By acting in a way that gives to others, acting in a way that removes that selfish human behavior, which is unfortunately very, very common, and looks towards how I can live my life but impact as many people as possible. How can I be there for other people? How can I best use time? We can't always do it. There is a time to be silent. There's a time just to be still. But look for those times in your life when you can make an impact, when there's a time to invest and to give and to make a noise. And then when you need that time to be silent and to be still and to just be yourself, you can sit there thinking, you know what? I'm getting this gig of being a human being just right. That's your challenge for the final week of lockdown. Look forward to being able to see you guys and for the school world to get back to some sort of normality next week. Take care. Have a very good day.